Let's get right into the things and the stuff, shall we? Because there's still reaction from the State of the Union. Some of it very positive, some of it insane, as you might expect. The New York Post had this very nice headline: Trump wins gold.
I love it.
Splattered across their front page. So it said in the caption, Trump plays economic cheerleader in chief at the State of the Union. So that was a nice little headline for him. And JD Vance was making the TV rounds yesterday talking about the Democrats' misbehavior, bad behavior, lack of standing at appropriate times. Here he is talking about that right here.
It was a constant, invigorating reminder of how great our country is through the stories of these great Americans. I think that is fundamentally a difference, and I don't think that we'll ever go back. And I think the second thing, Bill, is the president used it as an opportunity to highlight the difference between congressional Republicans and congressional Democrats. You had congressional Democrats. They wouldn't stand for the idea that children shouldn't be socially transitioned without their parents' wishes. They wouldn't stand for the idea that American citizens should come first. They wouldn't stand for that innocent little girl who was assaulted by an illegal alien but managed to survive. Whatever your politics, whatever your views on immigration policy, can't we all stand and clap for an innocent young girl who shouldn't have been assaulted and was, being held by her dad? It was such a heartwarming moment. I think every American, Democrat or Republican, thought that was a great moment for our country. The only people who didn't believe that, apparently, were the congressional Democrats.
Yeah. I mean, it's the difference between Democrats and Republicans, really, is what it is. And I think that the theme was like alpha males and strength and heroism and loving our country. And liberals hate that.
Like they literally hate everything you just listed.
All of it. They hate it.
It is a pretty stark contrast, indeed. He also noticed something being there and obviously he has a very different view of the entire room than us watching on TV, for example. He's looking at everyone in the actual room. And he made a very interesting observation about the total cowardice and groupthink of the sheep that make up the Democrat Congress folks.
Well, I saw a couple of things, Bill. First of all, obviously, most Democrats didn't stand up or clap. And what a shame that is. What a sad commentary that is on the Democratic Party, that the idea that the American government should stand for American citizens, not illegal aliens, that shouldn't be controversial, but apparently it was to the Democrats. Right. But I will say, Bill, something that I saw that probably most TV viewers didn't see was really the cowardice, because there were a few Democrats who sort of politely clapped. They didn't want to stand up. I guess maybe they were worried about being primaried by the far left fringe of their party. But they were all looking around. They weren't actually saying, you know what, I'm going to stand and support this because this is a common sense, obvious statement. They were all looking around for cues from their colleagues because they didn't have the courage to stand on their own.
That is so funny to me.
They're such children. They're like high schoolers who are like, what does everybody think about me?
Right.
They're such chicken shits. I swear to God. Like this is why I actually have a little bit of respect for Fetterman. Because he went in there and he actually stood for the things and clapped for the things that he thinks are common sense things to clap for.
Only Democrat to shake Trump's hand, by the way.
Right. And he wore a suit, you guys.
I know. Look at him go.
They're going to primary him because he was seriously like the suit is the gateway to republicanism, don't you think? It's the gateway.
I mean, he has worn one from time to time. Very rarely, but
it was a little weird. I was like, he's wearing a suit. What's going on? It's like, this is, I mean, but I do like the fact that he's like, I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. You're not going to strong arm me.
Yeah.
So, and that's how it should be with everybody.
He's kind of like the Kirsten Sinema, you know what I mean, of this year or of this Congress, because there's always a couple who just go against the grain of their party. And he is clearly that person right now.
Yeah.
You guys remember how Werewolf Al Green had the big sign and got booted. He got ejected from the State of the Union, like within the first 5 minutes. Everybody remembers that. We showed video and also a picture of him holding his sign yesterday. But what I didn't see until after yesterday's show is that Mark Wayne Mullen went and tried to rip that sign out of his hands. And I thought, interesting moment. There was a little bit of
A little altercation there.
A little altercation.
Kind of like it.
I know, right? I didn't know that had happened. So I thought, well, if I didn't know that, maybe other people didn't know that.
Right.
Mark Kelly, who is just a giant piece of crap.
Such a dick.
I know. He really is. So here were his immediate post SOTU thoughts.
Hey, I just walked out of the State of the Union. That was some crazy speech. An hour and 45, 50 minutes of just grievance.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump used most of that time, most of it, to try to further divide us as a nation. It was angry. It was...
none of it was angry.
Wasn't what I expect of a president.
You're such an asshole.
Oh my God.
None of it was angry.
I mean,
none of it. This was, you know what it was? It was Team America. And he's not Team America. None of these people are. Team America is the team that they are paid to play on, and they're not playing on that team.
Yeah.
So go away, Mark Kelly. Run along.
It's just, they're so bitter, you know, they're bitter, miserable.
What grievances did was he drunk? What speech did he watch? Honestly.
Well, I hope he wasn't drunk, because you can do really bad things to your liver when you drink too much. But you know what? You have a way of supporting liver function with dose.
I love this stuff, you guys. 2026 is the year of Maha. That's what it is. That's what it is for me. I don't know about you guys, but we're all drinking more water. We're getting our steps in. Okay, you're getting your steps in. I'm probably not as much as I should, but we're taking our vitamins. We're eating real food, but some of us are ignoring our livers.
And it's so important.
It is really important because it does 500 plus functions every single day. It filters all the unwanted nasty things, elements. It supports digestion. It helps with energy. It affects literally everything in your body, your energy, your digestion, all that kind of stuff. So dose is great. I take it every single day. It tastes really good.
People love the taste. I mean, I constantly hear people
I have to
in awe of the taste.
I have to limit myself to the one shot a day.
You would chug that whole bottle.
I know I would. It tastes so good. It tastes like super concentrated, fresh squeezed orange juice is what it tastes like. So you guys should check it out. It's got real results. There are 2 double-blind placebo-controlled studies that shows it has amazing positive impact on your enzyme levels. If you have had funky enzyme readings in your blood test, you may want to check this out. So give it the support it deserves. Go to dosedaily.co/chicks. Enter chicks to get 35% off your first subscription. Fantastic stuff. dosedaily.co/chicks for 35% off. Do it.
And easy does it. There are 8 doses in this bottle. So don't drink the whole thing.
I'm not trying not to. It's that
Calm
good.
down.
It's that good. Chill.
So just again, to give you an example of how absurd and bitter and America history hating Democrats are, Ken Cuccinelli was on one of the news shows talking about the fact that the United States, our foundation is built on Judeo-Christian values. We're a Western civilization, basic civics stuff. He could not even get through that sentence without 2 of the liberal idiots on this panel chiming in saying, built on slavery, and also built on stolen land, or whatever these idiots say. He cannot even get through the sentence without people reminding liberal audience members of why they should hate everything that the United States is.
We're a Western nation. Our foundation is a Judeo-Christian Western civilization philosophy.
Built on slavery. Finish the sentence.
Oh my God.
And indigenous land.
I mean,
you know what? Then get the F out. Get out if you don't like it. I'm so sick of the complainers.
God. It's just so obnoxious.
Over it.
So obnoxious.
So over it.
God. So you were just mentioning John Fetterman, and he also was kind of mortified by his own party's behavior, and he was on a news program to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, now it's, the constant kinds of yelling and screaming and holding up signs and for doing all these things. I don't care if it's a Republican or Democrat as a president. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Respect the office, regardless who's in that. And now for me, it's like now when half the people in my party haven't showed up, and then some of them have chosen to just yell and say and scream during all of it. I just don't think that's what we want. And I don't believe, as a Democrat, I think like dancing frogs really moves the ball for us as a party either.
You think? You think they're not really moving the ball? Yeah.
He's not down with the dancing frogs.
Yeah, I mean, they look like idiots. We're seeing a lot of videos where you put it all together with the giraffe guy. The little,
is that what he was? He was a giraffe?
I think the guy dressed up as a giraffe I think it was a giraffe. And
I don't even know.
The dancing frogs and the freaks singing and like it's just, they are not serious people. And also, I love how wrong I was about Fetterman. I mean, because I had some things to say about him in the beginning where I'm like, this guy is out of his mind. But
to be fair to us, I think to be fair to people who were having to choose between him and Dr. Oz in his initial election, he was not recovered from his stroke, like by a long shot.
Yeah.
And so we were like, what if he doesn't recover? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like that was
right. And Democrats voted for him simply because he was a Democrat. Let's just get real. But now, I mean, some of his takes are a little surprising, and I'm glad I was wrong about him.
Totally. Oh my God. I couldn't be more pleased to have been wrong on that.
Yeah.
Tom Homan also was asked immediately post the address what he thought about it. Or maybe this wasn't immediately, but regardless, he was asked for his thoughts on the State of the Union, because of course he has attended and seen a huge number of them, as he points out. Here was his take.
With Breitbart News, I just wanted to get your opinion on the State of the Union address last night.
Best I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of them.
And why was it the best that you've ever seen?
Because he talked about putting America first. Everything he talked about was putting America first. And I think it was really telling when the Democratic side of the chamber refused to stand up for America first over illegal aliens.
Right.
We're at a place I never thought we'd be at.
Thank you.
He's so right. I mean, the Democrats, they kneeled for George Floyd.
Oh God, you remember the scarves and like the?
Oh, I remember.
Oh my God,
Nancy Pelosi right out front. They kneeled for him, and they won't stand when President Trump is like, "Hey, your number one job is to keep your constituents safe," and they're like, "Nah, we're not going to stand for that."
That doesn't seem like something that resonates.
Have you read the Constitution? Like, do you even know what you're here for? You know what your job is? They have no idea what they're getting paid for.
Just the contrast is so striking at this point. It's like you said, like how can anybody be
a Democrat
in the middle or like not sure of where they fall? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm hearing like that Andrew Schultz guy who was so all in for Donald Trump ahead of this election. He said just yesterday that he's like, he's doing everything against what I voted for. He's not doing anything I voted for him to do. He's doing everything opposite of what I wanted. I'm just like, how are you seeing it that way?
Does he have examples? What are the examples?
Because he believes, because Tucker tells him to, essentially, that Trump is leading us into wars, that he's spending way too much, that, I mean...
Okay. It's
been 1 year, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like, there's been so much done just from the immigration side alone, let alone all of the other strides that Trump has made in reducing the size of government. I mean, all the bureaucracy that's being shredded by all of his different cabinet heads. People just need to give him a beat.
Yeah, they do. Can you imagine if we were sitting here today and Kamala was president?
Oh my God.
What the country would look like.
I don't even want to think about
and what that State of the Union would have looked like. God help us.
Oh my God, the words and the salads.
Yeah. And the squad. I mean, just
my God.
You guys, we would be in hell and the country would be even further into the shitter. Yeah. Like to even think about that makes my head, I'm getting a migraine just thinking about it.
I know it's bad. But what liberals tend to care about are not actual results or achievements of the current administration, nothing that's good for America. They would rather, again, focus on the most idiotic things. Like Sonny Hostin on The View was super mad at Trump's attitude towards illegals, particularly because he used the word illegal aliens.
Language matters. Keep, the saying that people are illegal aliens, that really matters. We haven't used that term for so long. Now it's back in vogue. You are not illegal as a human being just because you're undocumented. And so that for me felt dehumanizing to our immigrant population. And I disagreed with you yesterday, Joy, when you said, the Democrats shouldn't go. They shouldn't dignify this type of performance. And I disagreed with you, and now I agree with you.
Okay.
You know what other word is back? Retarded.
I love that word is back.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I love it so much because there is no other word that works as well as that word.
It's true.
And at no time should it ever be used as a slur against actual people who suffer from cognitive disabilities.
That's right.
And it's not appropriate for that.
No, it's not appropriate. It should only be used when discussing how retarded Sonny Hostin is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Some people are saying that DJ Daniel had passed away. Others are saying he has not, and that it is a hoax, and to please stop spreading that. And I hope that is the case, and that he's fine. So I'm not saying either way because I have no idea. I haven't seen anything about that, but I hope that moderator Neve says that that's a hoax. So yes, people are saying he is alive, and I mean,
thank you. God, why would we spread that? Why are people spreading a rumor like that? Stop that.
I don't know. Stop. People are still doing it.
Stop.
My gosh. All right. Speaking of illegals, this was an interesting stat that Bill Malusian pointed out from a CBS News article, because CBS was saying that federal immigration agents arrested 261 DACA beneficiaries during the first 10 months of Trump's second term. And it wasn't in the headline, but within the article itself, Bill quoted, "The statistics indicate the vast majority of DACA recipients taken into federal immigration custody during that period had criminal records."
I mean, that's just a little detail we want to ignore, Mock. It's just,
Who
cares if they're criminals? What's the big deal?
God, I'm just so sick of this crap.
I know, right? You cannot hate the media enough. I'm so tired of it. It's like, don't call them illegals. Don't call them criminals, even though they are.
Don't use words that are factual.
God, I can't.
Shut
up.
You know what else is factual? That the meat from backyard butchers is extraordinary.
God, you guys, I love this stuff. I love it. Okay,
I just had burgers last night, and they were so good.
They're the best. They're the absolute best. And we're particular about our sponsors. We only work with brands that we'd recommend either to our friends and our families, or that we actually use ourselves, consume ourselves. That's why we're super excited to have a new meat sponsor in 2026. Backyard Butchers is fantastic in every single way because they're America first. They're in Texas, you guys. They're like grassroots Texas ranchers. They don't use any added growth hormones. They don't use any of the crap. They don't have like hormones, antibiotics, preservatives, 98% grass fed. They eat, they are all about maha. It's like, so you are eating the maha way. If you're a meat eater, I mean, I feel like most people are meat eaters. You'll taste the difference because it's kind of like the meat that our grandparents used to eat, at least that's the way I look at it. If you guys,
it's more farm to table than a lot of other places.
Totally. It's so freaking good. So they only sell meat. You can check out their site at backyardbutchers.com. They have subscriptions. Okay. So I get the steakhouse box. I don't know. What do you get, Mock?
That I also
get the steakhouse box. Yeah. Cause I'm a sirloin and filet girl, but they have different options. Like you can get one that has chicken and pork in it. Also fantastic, but I just happen to be into fillets. That's kind of my jam. So it's just so great. You can actually get like a cow. You can get like a steer in a year. You can do that if you want to do that, like with other people, or if you really consume a steer in a year, you can do that too. So visit backyardbutchers.com/chicks, use code chicks. It auto applies for 30% off your first order. You're going to get 2 free 10-ounce ribeyes and free shipping when you subscribe. You can lock in under $10 a meal while beef prices are climbing, because they kind of are. backyardbutchers.com/chicks the best. You guys will be able to taste the difference. It is such great stuff.
And they are aligned.
Yes, they are conservative guys.
They are aligned.
They are with us, which we like.
Love that the most. All right. So the SAVE Act, there is, I know we've shown this clip before. It's not super new, and it is of our friendly data geek, Harry Enton. This is just a reminder because I want to get people's mindset right about this before we hear from John Thune. But again, this is from several weeks ago. We played it when it was new, but this is about where the country is on voter ID. This is like massively one of those 80-20 sorts of issues, right? Like it's the majority.
We all agree on that point. I just think that the reality.
Uh-oh, that's not the clip that I thought it was going to be. Okay, never mind. Sorry, we're going to have the Harry Enton clip in a little bit. This clip is of a panel that Will Cain did about the State of the Union. And so he had a whole panel of people that were talking about it, and leave it to the little scrawny manlet soy boy liberal man.
Beta.
Total beta, to tell the rest of the panel, which included, for example, a Black woman, that Black people would absolutely be negatively affected by the SAVE Act.
An act like the SAVE Act is very likely more aimed at voter suppression and at keeping key demographics that the Republican Party does not want voting to not show out and vote. I think very often minority demographics.
That's not true.
No. So this is the thing where the suggestion is it's going to keep the Black vote down. I've got two Black panelists here. Ajwa?
That's not true.
Do you have ID and proof of citizenship?
Yeah, and if I need a copy of my birth certificate, it's just a matter of going online or going up to the department and asking for it and showing my information to get it. I mean, to say that it would negatively affect a minority group because they're somehow not educated enough to get these documents is completely outrageous.
Annie?
Yeah. How about you save your beta-splaining until your balls drop, kid? Let's wait on that for a little while. Hold off. Good Lord.
I mean,
you could tell
so
she was
embarrassing.
She was like, no. Oh my God.
I love that she was like, that's just not true. I'm sitting right here. I can freaking get ID.
Right.
Oh my God.
You little pansy. You need a tampon? That was a girl, right? Like that was not even. Who's raising these boys? Who's raising them?
It's the white liberal women. It's the awfuls.
Does he have a father? Because I know it's a kid. I gotta be nice. I
mean, he's probably over 18.
Is he?
Well, that's a good point. God, I don't know. His age. That's fair. I don't actually know his age. You remember how we saw the frog people, which I was like, what is that even about? Like, why are there these frog people? Why is that a representation of Democrats right now? And we thankfully have an explanation.
Oh,
here it is.
Who let the frogs out? Who let the frogs out?
Oh my God.
I am present here to show Donald Trump and Republicans that we, the people, want them to uphold the Constitution.
Okay.
For the Portland Frog Brigade, frogs have become a symbol of satirical resistance to the Trump administration.
Well, the frog has become a symbol of the resistance. And a lot of movements like this need symbols that people can get behind. You can take down a person, but you can't take down a symbol. And anyone can wear the frog. That's the great thing about it. Anybody can frog.
Anybody can frog, you guys.
They can frog, you guys. We're going to go ahead and pass. That's a hard pass for me. Okay, theater club freak. It's a hard pass.
Oh my God. We're good here. But thank you for that kind offer.
Right.
So you know how you were just saying, like, imagine what we would be dealing with right now if Kamala were president.
Yes.
I just want to remind everybody what we dealt with, because this montage was so extraordinary of Joe Biden not being able to say words.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security secretary. I'm not sure going to introduce you. She knows so long as she was denied, her freedom can never be secured. We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit. Groundbreaking Asian Americans like Vera Wang and Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce it, Shanga.
What?
Koala. We'll never forget lying around and him lying around, actually. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
Right.
Excuse me. But then, when I signed the bipartisan infrastructure again, which
the spelling, the attempt at spelling is my favorite.
A lot of X's and O's in there. It's so fantastic. I mean, I miss it and I don't miss it at the same time.
I totally get that.
Little bit. I mean, it was so fun to make fun of.
Yeah, it really was, because that was a time. You know?
It was a time indeed, Mark.
It was a time.
Yeah.
Okay, remember how I totally presented that Harry Enton clip and I gave it this giant intro? Now we're gonna see it.
Here we go.
So again, this is not new, but it's a reminder of where the country is in terms of voter ID.
Take a look here. Favorite photo ID to vote. 85% of white people favor it. 82% of Latino. 76% of Black Americans favor it. So the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country. A photo ID to vote is not controversial in this country. It is not controversial by party, and it is not controversial by race. The vast majority of Americans agree with Nicki Minaj that, in fact, you should have a photo ID to be able to vote. So
what's your problem?
Couldn't be more clear, right?
Chuck Schumer, what's your problem? Right.
Well, what's your problem, John Thune?
Yes,
I mean, you
my
just
God.
got a shout out by name from President Trump saying, get this done. This is such a no-brainer at this point that it's almost unbelievable that they keep sitting on it, that he won't do the things that will easily make this happen. And so I got excited because I saw that he was doing, pressers or whatever, taking reporter questions after the State of the Union about the SAVE Act. This is the wishy-washiest bunch of BS ever.
And if so, when?
Well, we will. We'll put the Democrats on the record. And it's a stark contrast, Aisha. The Democrats, even in the chamber last night, having to sit there and try and defend allowing non-citizens to vote in American elections. That is a losing proposition for them. So we will get a vote on it. We are right now in the middle of a government shutdown, so we've got to try and get the government opened up first. But in due time, we will have that up on the floor. We will have a vote on it. We will make sure that the Democrats are on the record. It is a stark contrast between Republicans and Democrats about how they want to handle elections in this country. And this is going to put them, I think, in a very difficult position. It's an issue, if I were running as a Democrat in the midterm elections in November, I wouldn't want to have to defend.
Okay, so what's so hard about forcing a floor vote or for a debate?
Well, it's
for
the whole. Well, exactly. I don't know why he's just not.
What's so hard about it? Is it why are you being such?
I feel like it's all excuses right now.
It is and we can replace him, right? Can we replace him? Technically, we can do that, right?
I don't know how they would replace him as majority leader. I think that's determined within their conference.
You can demand a meeting and force a vote, get the majority to replace him if he's not doing his effing job. This is easy stuff. It's just, you show the statistics. Everybody wants this done. Quit being a freaking beta, John, and do it. This is not hard.
I'm tired of the excuses. I'm so tired.
Get it done. So this is your job. Do your job.
Please.
Why is this hard? I know.
Please just do it. Oh my God. Harry Enton, by the way, and this is recent, he was talking about the Democrat field for president in 2028. And so we heard yesterday, we played the video of Kamala appearing on some podcast suggesting that she hasn't decided if she is voting. I'm sorry, if she's running for president in 2028. Right. But obviously she is going to, because as soon as you say, I haven't decided, that means you are. I mean, everybody knows this is what the game that they play. But what's interesting is that by this point in an election cycle, historically, there is a front runner. And this time There is not. And so Gavin might be doing his little book tour and talking about his dyslexia and being all racist, but he is still not, no one has jumped out ahead of the pack. And that is what Harry is talking about in this clip.
So we see Governor Newsom. He's got a book, I think, which actually publishes today. He's in the middle of the fray of possible Democratic contenders. So what do the polls say?
Yeah, they're all running, and this is just a downright clown car at this point on the Democratic side. I mean, just take a look here. Top choices for the 2028 Dem-Pres nominee. You have a leader, but it's not really a clear leader. It's within the margin of error. You have Newsom at 19%. Then you have former Vice President Kamala Harris at 18%. Quite a weak number for her, given that, of course, she was the nominee last time around. Pete Buttigieg, who, of course, has run before, 13%. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 12%. This is just a total clown car. It is a total mess. There is no clear front runner at this particular point on the Democratic side. Who the heck knows who the nominee is going to be in 2 years?
It's been a long time since we've had a Democratic race like this.
Yeah, it has been a long time. This is very unusual for the Democratic side to not have a clear front runner at this point. National early poll leader at least 25%. Look at this. This year, we get the giant question mark. No one. In 2020, when there was no incumbent, it was Joe Biden who was there, Hillary Clinton in both 08 and 16, and Al Gore in both 2000 and 2004 at this point. We're at least at 25% of the early polls. You have to go all the way back from when I wasn't even in elementary school yet, not even in pre-K yet, to 1992. That was the last cycle in which there was no clear front runner at this point. Very unusual.
Just to be clear, this isn't predicted because she didn't win in this primary and he didn't run, but this gives you a sense of a year out. So what about Newsom? What are the prediction markets saying his odds are?
Yeah, okay, so it seems to me that Gavin Newsom is flailing a little bit, at least compared to where he was prior. Because just take a look here. Okay, Chance Newsom is the 2028 Democratic nominee. 3 months ago, according to the cash prediction market, look at that, it was a 37% chance. Now, it's just a 28%. Down he goes. He's definitely flailing a little bit. And I will note, John, that it also seems to me people are a little less interested in Gavin Newsom than they used to be. Look at this. Google searches for Gavin Newsom down 63% from the August peak. You remember back then it was when he started that social media, right, going after President Trump. There was a lot of interest from Democratic voters, but maybe that interest is waning off just a little bit. And of course, you don't necessarily want to wane it off just yet because I think we still have a lot of time till the votes are
There is still some time.
I think that with if you look at that chart with the percentages and Gavin was at the top and AOC was at the bottom, this is, take this for what it's worth, but I think it's going to be AOC. I really do.
At the top? You do?
I do. I think she's going to be at the top. I think she's really dumb, but she's effective because liberals don't care about smarts, right? They just care about, and she can, unlike Kamala, she can actually talk. She's a bullshitter.
It's true.
She's the queen of bullshit. And she is not like a DEI person like Mayor Pete. And I don't know, Mayor Pete may be on the ticket too. I don't know. She's all about speaking in Spanish and she can do all that stuff. She can pull that whole I'm a victim, you're a victim thing. She's really good at that. She's very good at appealing to these dumbass Democrats who for some reason, they love her. They love her. She's very Bernie-esque. And
but then she had that moment that
couldn't
speak well at all.
Listen, for us, we thought that was horrific and we talked about it, but they love her. They love it. They love Islamo-communists. And so I think she gloms onto that whole notion of Islamo-communism. I think that she will be the front runner. I just think that she will. We think she's
horrific. I can't decide if that's good or bad. You know what I mean?
I think it's terrible because I think that she is actually, she's a force to be reckoned with. I hate to say it because these people are stupid.
I feel like she's going to especially if she were to run seriously against someone like JD or God forbid for her, Marco, who would absolutely smoke her in Spanish if necessary.
Totally.
She's going to have so many more Munich type of moments that she's going to be showing her ass and that she does not have the actual depth that she likes to sound like she has. I think she'll be caught out.
I agree with you 150%. However, there are people on the left who will vote for her simply because she has a D after her name. We are so divided in this country. They just don't care. They don't care. They will do whatever it takes to get a Democrat into office. And she is, Jill, she is marketable. And that's all they care about. It's like the cult of personality at this point on their side of the aisle. It's not who is effective and who is actually, adept at the job It is who is going to be the cool person on our side of the aisle. They're high schoolers over there. We are like, who can get the job done? And they are not.
But there's already some grumblings from the people who voted Zoran in. So maybe by the time we get to 28 and we have Virginia, which is absolutely being wrecked by Spanberger, and we've got Zoran doing his best to wreck New York City, maybe there will be enough results from some of these crazier Democrats that people think twice.
I would agree with you had we not already had people to preamble what we're seeing now, like Gavin. Look at California. It's a freaking shit show and nobody cares. You know what I mean? They still will vote for him. This is liberals. They are, if one thing that is true about liberals, they are committed to failure. You know, they're just committed to it. It doesn't matter.
And they are not currently experiencing the kind of split in their party that we are.
Yeah.
And so look at Texas right now, and the early voting numbers are overwhelmingly running Democrat. Their turnout is way better in Texas right now, which is horrifying.
It is horrifying.
And I feel like, and maybe, you know, listen, the reasons could be all over the place. Maybe presidential voters who don't necessarily get into the midterms are just like, yay, Trump is in. And so all is well. And they don't think about the fact that they need to be voting right now. But I do attribute some of it to the Candaces, to the Tuckers, to the Nick Fuenteses, who are actively working against this administration and against Republicans in general. So you may think that that's just a Twitter thing that's happening. I disagree. I think that is really going to show up in the lack of, there's going to be apathy, and there's going to be people who are dug in about not voting because it's the uniparty and they're just not going to vote for Republicans anymore.
In Texas, I also attribute a lot of it to the growing Muslim population.
Yeah.
They vote Democrat. They are taking over. So,
and then they vote for themselves, which is
right.
Yeah, it's bad, you guys.
Yep.
So if you're feeling an increase in your blood pressure as a result of all this, just know that you should be taking care of it with, for example, like a heart and vascular supplement from Healthy Cell. They've got that, and they've got stuff for your joints, stuff for everything, really. I've got a bag full of all of their stuff, and you can try it too for less than $20.
Yeah, it's like $20. It's so great. You can try it. They're awesome. I love them. The heart and vascular one replaces 13 separate pills. And
that's a lot.
Right. And it just tastes like strawberry jam. It's fantastic. The Healthy Cell Joint Health and Mobility replaces 10. And that tastes like orange. See, it's
Look at this. Would you rather like hork this down or just taste a yummy gel pack? Hello.
It's really, really great. Like I take the hair, skin, and nails, and then I take the bone support. My daughter takes the bioactive multi. We are a Healthy Cell family all up in here.
Same.
Yeah, because it's easy and the stuff absorbs. That's like the most important thing. Like you can take supplements all you want, but if they don't absorb, it doesn't matter. You're just like peeing it away or you're flushing money down the toilet. So check out Healthy Cell Heart and Vascular Health and the Joint Health and Mobility. Check out all their supplements. They're fantastic. Like go on their site, check it out. You can go to healthycell.com/chicks. Use code chicks20. Treat yourself, someone you love. If they're needing supplements, healthycell.com/chicks, code 20.
Chicks20.
Chicks20. Sorry. Do it.
All right. So Vincent Oshana, who you often see on the Patrick Bet-David show, did a hilarious impression of Gavin Newsom from that clip that we shared earlier in the week, where he was just so completely, obviously racist in front of apparently a predominantly Black audience, talking about he's like them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like you. I don't know what the part was about, but it was in
what,
there.
Black people don't do that? They don't go all the time?
He did that a couple times.
Okay.
And Vincent, we've shown his impressions of Gavin before, especially with the, with all the like wild gesticulation that he does with his hands.
Mm-hmm.
He's got him down so well. He obviously takes it to the next level in this little comedy routine.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. And that's why I titled my book, I'm Like You, because I'm like you. I didn't write it because I don't know how to read or write because I'm dumb as shit, just like you.
No, I can read. Yeah.
Atlanta, I got a 40 on my SATs. I probably just spelled my name right because I'm just like you.
I actually got a 1270 on my SAT.
I'm like you. I FaceTime in places I shouldn't, like the grocery store or funerals or the movie theater, okay? And I love fried chicken, all right? I'm just like you. If I see a watermelon open, I'm diving in that like I'm on the Olympic dive team, okay? I'm just like you. And if I eat out, if I'm gonna eat some of that fried chicken out, I'm not tipping, okay? Never. I'm just like you.
I actually tipped 20%.
Republicans want us to show our birth certificates to vote. I don't know where the hell my birth certificate is, huh? Just like I don't know where my father is, just like you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I actually know where my father is. He's sitting right there.
Oh, okay. I love Black and Miles. I'm like you, just outside smoking, getting that fix from that nicotine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, oh, and when I have sex with them white girls, Atlanta, y'all gonna feel me on this. White tube socks all the way up to here for no reason with a watch, because y'all know what time is it. You know what I'm saying?
I actually do that. I ain't gonna
My brother, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Shared experience, same culture, same everything. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a hey, man?
No.
Okay.
I was like, no. No, you can't get that.
Oh, so good. So good.
Dude is racist.
Right. And now he's like, woe is me. MAGA is using my dyslexia to make me sound racist, dude. You're doing that just fine on your own.
Okay.
Okay.
Again with the victim culture. I swear to God. I'm a victim. I have dyslexia. Quit making fun of me.
I have dyslexia. I'm just like you.
Shut up.
Was it during the speech or even beforehand that Trump has announced that I think it was beforehand. He may have made reference to it in the speech, but JD Vance has now gotten an additional job, which is par for the course for this administration.
Marco's like, jobs. Thank God.
I know, right? But JD has been tasked with investigating and finding instances of fraud and rooting out fraud countrywide. And so he and Dr. Oz have been having their sights set on Medicare fraud in Minnesota, rightly so. And they both talked to reporters yesterday about their efforts there. They are cutting off federal Medicare dollars right now, or they're suspending reimbursing the state of Minnesota until they can prove that they're spending the money appropriately. I don't think that's a big ask. I don't know about you guys, but like, I feel like that's a pretty normal ask.
What, getting
we're
audited?
Gonna give you
right?
Yeah, or just like saying, or just double checking before you write all the checks that the checks are going to legitimate businesses.
This happens.
Is this hard?
This happens in every company, everywhere. What's the big deal?
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. So what?
Oh my God. But Tim Walz doesn't care about that, because Tim Walz is just like, yeah, it's money. It's not mine. I don't care. I'm just going to spend it. So Dr. Oz said, or he kind of talked about the fact that he's giving Tim Walz 60 days, which is plenty of time to clean up your act and show us that you've cleaned up your act. Here's Dr. Oz.
Any honest and patient-focused agency would do. We have notified the state and that we will give them the money, but we're going to hold it and only release it after they propose and act on a comprehensive corrective action plan to solve the problem. If Minnesota fails to clean up the systems, the state will rack up $1 billion of deferred payments this year. Governor Walsh has 60 days, sir, to respond to our letter. And if providers and beneficiaries are worried about getting their money and services, please call your governor. These are services the governor has already paid for. We are just not reimbursing the state. And to make it clear, there is a rainy day fund in Minnesota, so we are very confident that people will not be hurt in Minnesota. This is not a problem with the people of Minnesota. It's a problem with the leadership of Minnesota and other states who do not take Medicaid preservation seriously.
This is such good messaging. This is exactly what needs to happen.
People need to be held accountable. It's our money. It's taxpayers' money. Why?
Yeah, they need to be good stewards of our money. This is not rocket science.
I know. I don't know why are people pissed off about this? Get over it. It's called accountability. People do this all the time in corporate America. Why is the government exempt? They're not.
It should be even more methodical and careful when it's taxpayer money that the government is spending. God. JD Vance, obviously you saw him there. He also chimed in, and here is what he said.
Want to be in a situation where the state of Minnesota is being so careless with federal tax dollars that we have to turn the screws on them a little bit so that they take this fraud seriously. You heard Dr. Oz say this. Tim Walsh could call him, could call me, could call anybody in the administration, and we've given him 60 days to respond to this. All we need the governor and the administration in Minnesota to do is something quite simple, which is to show that before you give Medicaid funds to somebody, you're taking seriously whether they provided the services that they say that they're providing. And the fact that there are so many people handing out millions and billions of dollars of federal Medicaid money without even confirming that they're doing the thing that they say that they're doing, it's a disgrace. It's a defrauding of the American taxpayer, and we're stopping it. Caitlin.
I don't think you should stop there. I want to see people go to freaking jail.
Yeah, I mean, if they show that there was coordination, and of course there was.
Of course there was.
Officials, yeah, absolutely people need to go to jail.
I want to see people in jumpsuits.
Same.
And not the cute kind.
Not the cute kind.
No.
So yesterday we promised that we would have this video of a reporter. She's from Lindell TV, and she chased down Ilhan Omar in the halls of the Capitol the other day saying, hey, there's some investigation into your winery. It doesn't seem to be like a real thing. But also, why did you say that America should be scared of white men? And Ilhan tries to say, I never said that.
I never said it.
And there's actual video of her saying exactly that. And then all of a sudden she's like, well, but what I meant was, and so and she likes to think that she got the upper hand in this video, telling this girl, you need to do your research. Shut up. You just got caught out.
Hi, Congresswoman Omar. You were just talking about how Trump's economy has failed the American people, but I think the American people really want to know how you went from a negative 65,000 before coming into Congress to over $30 million in just 7 years.
My disclosure is public now.
Yeah, it is. And so a lot of people now are looking into that and finding S. Crew Winery, a winery that doesn't actually seem to exist. Is that a real winery, or?
Do you all actually look at and read things, or do you just ask silly questions?
Well, it's silly. Listed in the financial disclosure, so can you explain it? Because we have a lot of questions about it, and things just aren't adding up. There's no real phone number. There's no real location.
Why did you want to buy some wine?
Probably not from you, to be honest. Recently stated that the American people should be afraid of the white man. They should be fearful of the white man.
I never said that.
Yeah, you're on video saying it.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. No, I did not.
Yes, you.
Again, this is like what I said. You need to prepare yourself, because you can't continue embarrassing yourself like this.
So I'm just a liar.
What I was quoting was an actual study done by the FBI.
Okay, thank you.
Just prepare next time.
All right, thank you, Congresswoman.
God, okay, so she didn't say it, but like what she said when she said it was from the FBI?
Right.
What?
She's asking her about lying, so she lies about lying. Right. That's what she does. And everybody needs to like listen to that and soak that in. She is a liar. That's what she is. She's a liar. She's a scammer. She's a grifter. That's what she is. We need to get her the hell out is what we've got to do.
She is also into marrying brothers. So
yeah, she married her brother to marry a white dude that she hates.
What a just despicable
She's
person.
A horrible, horrible human being. And I cannot believe she represents anybody who is American, because she hates America.
Yep. We got to tell you really quickly about Cow Guys. This is the tallow that actually smells good. And so if you're like me and you tried all kinds of actual tallow moisturizer for your skin and felt like you smelled like meat, this does not smell like meat.
It's so true. And listen, if you guys have been here a hot minute, you know my daughter's a competitive swimmer. She's in the pool like 3 hours a day, and chlorine wrecks her skin. She's tried everything. Like she gets the chlorine like makes her, it's not like a breakout, but she gets like so dry that it's almost like bumpy dry, if that makes any sense. I don't know. She's tried every moisturizer. This stuff actually helps the dryness. Like if you have super dry skin, right? It's super, and it's kidney fat. I know that sounds weird, but that's what makes it so awesome, because they have like premium kidney fat in it. It's super nutrient dense. It's like, that's the most nutrient dense part of the cow. It's really rich in vitamins A, D, E, and K. It's so hydrating. It's toxin free. Before Big Pharma, there was Telebomb, y'all. Okay. So that's what gives it its hydrating properties. It doesn't have any crap in it. You can just use it. You can use it everywhere. Your
on
arms,
your face too. I use it
on your
everywhere.
face, right? Lips, everywhere. And it's great for dry skin, eczema, psoriasis, just everyday moisture. And it's American made. They are rancher owned in Texas, which
and
we
they're
love.
such good guys, you guys.
They are conservative, right? They are conservative, which is another thing we are really big into now. We are really watching to see what, sponsors of ours, they align with our values and they are conservative. So head to calguys.com. No promo code or special link is needed. It's a BOGO deal. It'll apply automatically. So if you get 2 bottles, you'll get them for the price of 1. That's 8 months. It's like 8 months worth that you'll get for just $34. Okay. So calguys.com. Don't miss out. Do it. It's awesome. Calguys.com.
It is good
Great stuff. And it smells amazing.
I know. What is it? Like what
like
is
eucalypt.
that?
It's like eucalyptus.
Yeah. And a little bit of mint. Like it's almost like there's a,
yeah. And my daughter's really into smells. Like it has to smell good or she's not going to use it. So
it's so good. All right. I know this has nothing to do with politics, but for those of you who maybe used to listen to us on the radio, you know that one of my biggest paranoias and fears is sinkholes. And there was a sinkhole in Nebraska yesterday. And this is terrifying. There was one of those like intersection cams, you know what I mean? Like they have this was at the University of Nebraska, Omaha. They had the public safety security cams that show the actual moment that 2 cars who are waiting at a stoplight with 2 cars behind them just sink, you guys. Everybody gets out. Everybody's okay. But look at this.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Mary. Like that is her worst nightmare. Like she's always talked about it. I'm afraid there's gonna be a sinkhole in my backyard or something.
I was so afraid of my backyard having one. Oh,
that is crazy.
Isn't it?
Look at the cars like backing up. They're like, oh crap.
I don't want any part of that.
Oh,
thank you, but no.
God. That is
horrifying.
Nuts.
Isn't it just wild?
Yeah. And so they were okay. The people are okay because they got out, obviously. But can you
the guy
imagine
that was closest to the sidewalk had to get into the, the passenger seat to get out and then to crawl out.
Oh
and this person's like helping the other driver of the red car get pulled out of the hole.
Oh my God.
But this just like randomly happening, I cannot deal.
Right.
It could have been scary.
Listen, it could have been way worse.
Right. This was like a shallow sinkhole.
People are asking where it was again. What town was this again?
Omaha, Nebraska.
You guys, crazy.
I'm sorry, but that
completely
freaks me out.
Listen, we're spending all of our money on illegals. We can't keep our roads intact. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, I would never drive again. I'm telling you, like if I were in one of those cars, even if I were fine, I would be like, I can't leave my house. That's it for me. I guess I'm just never going anywhere. Okay, so back to politics, because there are some crazy ass people running for Congress right now that I worry. I really worry about it. One of these girls, and I think we've shown a video of her before because the name, even though I can't pronounce it, seems kind of familiar to me. She's running in Illinois and she is very anti-ICE and she looks like she has not yet had her first period. You guys, look at her. This is
my God.
Child. But in fact, she is an adult. Her name is Kat. And she is calling for ICE agents to be thrown in prison. She wants mass amnesty. She wants citizenship for a bunch of illegals.
All right.
She has no problem admitting this, and she will probably be elected.
Okay.
This is horrifying,
Well,
but this is what's happening.
It is Illinois.
It is Illinois. And that's why I worry, you know? So at the same time that candidates like her are saying, you know, down with ICE, eliminate, abolish ICE, let's throw them all in jail. We've got other Democrats who are on panels with our BFF Scott Jennings.
There he is.
Who are trying to say that Democrats are moderating themselves on their immigration messaging. And he pushed back. This woman's name is SOTU. You'll see it spelled out on the screen. Scott says it. He obviously talks to her regularly on CNN. But he was not having any of what she was trying to sell.
Democrats have started to go, they're more moderate on immigration. You don't hear them so much talking about, progressive immigration policies because people understand that Democrats have lost trust on that issue.
Whoa. SOTU. Abolish ICE.
Democrats are not for abolish ICE. I'm sorry.
What?
They're not.
I hate to be the person to break the news to you. That's where your party is.
That is not where the party is at all.
It's where your candidates are, and it's where the candidates who are winning primaries are right now.
I will say that my home state of Texas, what you will hear from candidates there is essentially that the border must
What's Jasmine Crockett going to say?
That's what she is saying. The border must be secure, and that we need to do everything to keep people.
That's the baseline Democratic
That
position.
is not the baseline Democratic position.
If you polled it right now, does anybody here doubt over half Democrats
I've
would
seen
say
the Democratic polling. The Democratic polling right now says that people are not for abolishing ICE, and neither are Democrats.
There are a number.
We'll make room for you in the Republican Party.
They're trying They're trying to rewrite the narrative just in time for the midterms. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull back to the middle. This is what they do. It's textbook. This is what they do because they're batshit crazy and they're trying to be like less batshit crazy. She's not all mine, Vinny. She's not all mine. It's like Texas, we have got problems here with these whack jobs. So many whack jobs have moved here. Get out. God. Get out of Texas. Why are you ruining Texas? My beloved Texas. Stop it.
This is bad, you guys.
So bad.
It's bad. And it's so bad that we have now reached a point where child predators, convicted ones, are running for office. And this is happening in Fresno, California. This is an actual registered sex offender who served time for having child sexual assault materials. He is running for Fresno City Council because he feels like he's done his time. Keep in mind, he cannot be within a school vicinity, and yet he wants to be on the city council. How much sense does that actually make? What in the world?
You're not your past. You are, dude. You actually are. I don't. What is even? What the actual F is correct? What are we doing?
This is what we're doing.
And he looks like one. Look at him. I'm going to judge. I'm judging right now. I'm judging so hard. Look at him.
Yeah. I mean, he'll probably make it. The libs will feel sorry for him. They'll think he's rehabilitated.
Everybody deserves a second chance. And listen, I saw a friend of mine post on their page something. I can't remember what it was from. It was one of the trashiest mags, like a I don't know, New York Times or one of those crap, HuffPo's or something. They're trying to mainstream pedophilia. That's what they're doing now.
They're not pedophiles. They're just minor attracted persons.
That's what they're trying. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they're doing. And we need to reject that. We need to reject it with everything that we've got. These people are disgusting. And they belong on wood chippers. That's how I feel about it. I don't care. That's how I feel about it. They're disgusting.
Somebody made a great point. You're going to freak out about the Epstein files that Joe Biden could have and would have released had there been actual information about Trump in there. And you're not going to be mad about this.
Right.
Okay.
This is just unbelievable. Don't you dare try to mainstream this crap. This is the thing. This is the slippery slope. These people are disgusting.
Completely disgusting. So just a funny little comparison between some of the AI, the chatbots out there. I don't know if you've heard of Claude. Claude is like a competitor to Grok or to ChatGPT or whatever.
I haven't.
And someone did a little test to see what would happen if they asked the same question of Claude versus asking that question of Grok. And it turns out, this will come as a surprise to absolutely no one, that Grok is completely based. Because if you ask Claude, why are you so retarded? Answer shortly. Claude says, I'm not. And that word is a slur I'd rather not have directed at me. Is there something I can actually help you with? If you ask it to Grok, why are you so retarded? Answer shortly. He says, matching your energy.
I need to totally use Grok. Because listen, you know how I fight with ChatGPT all the time, constantly fight with about once or twice a week, I'll just pick a fight with ChatGPT just because I feel like it. I just feel like it. Because it's easy. It's better than fighting with an actual human. You know what I mean? I feel like if I fight with actual humans, it's going to get me in trouble somehow, you know? So I'm like, I feel like fighting with something. I'm going to fight with ChatGPT. It's good. I mean,
it's so funny how confrontational you are because like I would never purposely pick a fight. I don't want to be in a fight with anybody ever.
God, I will fight with ChatGPT. It keeps me sharp. You know what I mean? Keeps me sharp. And like sometimes if I'm just feeling bitchy, I'm like, I'm not going to pick a fight with my husband. I would never do that. You know what I mean? Because I love my husband. I'm like, I'm feeling kind of bitchy today. I'm going to go pick a fight with ChatGPT. Highly recommend it to any women out there who are just like experiencing menopausal symptoms. It's really therapeutic.
Is it just like punching a pillow? It's
totally.
Like the online version.
It is the online version. It's great. It's very therapeutic. And I mean, a lot of times I win. Like 95% of the time. Sometimes I'll walk away, but I'm just like, I totally do it all the time. It's great.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
All right. We need to talk about the big Erika Exposé that happened last night. Obviously, I did not watch it and I would not watch it, but I do rely on the very detailed summaries that Cinema Shogun, the account on X, Cinema Shogun, puts out anytime she releases a new episode.
So
he listens and he literally minute by minute says, here is what is going on. Here's what's happening on her show. But before we get to that, just a little video of some of the guys from Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro, Andrew Klavan, and Matt Walsh were talking and probably live streaming the State of the Union address. And Ben mentioned that Trump was going to have Erika there as his special guest. And he got a dig in about Candace. Andrew Klavan kind of chimed in as well. Very interesting to see how utterly stone-faced Matt Walsh is during that moment. He will not say anything. Here is what it looked like.
In the face of Candace Owens is tremendous evil, which I'm just going to put out there. What she's doing to Erika Kirk right now.
Fly by on a broomstick saying, send out Erika. You know?
I mean, as a person who doesn't often use the adjective satanic, what Candace is doing right now is absolutely satanic to Erika Kirk. And I think Erika showing up at the State of the Union in honor of her husband so the president can talk about left-wing violence against right-wingers is absolutely good by the president, good on the president.
You saw Matt, right?
Saying nothing.
Nothing. Just won't even move. Like maybe he had packet loss like I do during the show. But I think more likely he just wasn't going to say anything.
I think he just had ballular loss is what he had. I think that's what he had. I don't think it was packet loss. Unless the packet was down in his pants. I'm just like, what is wrong with these people?
I know. It's so frustrating. And we're going to get to more of what's going on with the reaction of Daily Wire folks in a second. But I wanted to show this unbelievable moment of ridiculous immaturity by Sneako that took place during that same live stream of Daily Wire. So apparently Sneako was also live streaming wherever it is that he does that. And he basically sicked his audience onto that Daily Wire live stream and spammed the comment section like crazy with his people saying free Palestine, just over and over and over in the comment section. And just look at the glee that a grown ass man is getting out of sending his weird following over to the Daily Wire.
Total domination.
I think there's a lot to glean from some
Total
of the
look at it!
But there's a lot of optimism to have to know that our country is back.
God, dude, calm down.
Also before, I think the great triumph of the speech was a negative triumph.
Bro! Holy fuck!
The
country's changing.
Do I want these people
We're
back?
sick of
set
these
up the
people.
negative really well.
Shilling for Israel.
I don't think
We're
any
sick of
words
it.
are going.
Yeah, the country is changing. It is
and
unfortunate.
It's horrible.
It is horrifying. Why is his name Sneako?
I don't know.
Why? I don't. Yeah, I mean, the country is changing. I see it every day too. Doesn't mean that you're right.
Yeah, that's a great point, because a lot of times, if I'm critical of Candace, for example, on Twitter, people will come at me and say, well, she's got millions and millions of people in her corner. And I'm always just like, I don't know why that. So you're openly bragging that you're a sheep. Okay.
Well, I mean, I look at it. I will always look at it this way. Hitler had millions of followers and Jesus had 12. So
that's
I don't give a shit how many followers somebody has. I don't care how many people are following whoever. I don't care. I know right from wrong.
Yep. And Michael Knowles, God love him. This is friend of the show, friend of the chicks for like forever. I mean, when did we meet him? 2010.
Oh my God,
like we have known him when he
Yale. Was it Yale, right? He went to Yale.
He was. I mean,
was it Yale? Right? That's where he went. We met.
Yeah, I think he's
when
he
was. Yeah, when he used to do stuff for Mitch Daniels. Mitch Daniels, as you guys know, is the governor of Indiana, and we love Mitch Daniels so much. And so when we lived in Indiana, we would, do, I guess, not do stuff for him, but we would be involved in state politics. And then he did some stuff that revolved around.
He started, he and his friend Max started the Students for Mitch Daniels, like, what's the word? Recruitment campaign, essentially.
They wanted him to run.
To be president.
Right. And we would have loved that too. So we met him during that time, and he was so young. So young precious. And adorable. Yeah. And so we met him and his friend during that time. Yeah. So it was a long time ago.
Michael Knowles, obviously very prominent figure at Daily Wire. And, we've been on his show and I love him. I mean, he is precious, but he's wrong. He's wrong about how he is framing his opinion about speaking out against Candace, or not speaking out against Candace, I should say. And he's being very critical, as a matter of fact, of people who are speaking out against Candace. And here he is to explain his rationale.
Because I've noticed it in recent days, recent weeks. I want to be charitable about this because I think it comes from a normal part of human nature, but it's worth paying attention to. It's worth learning good oratorical lessons from the president here. Some right-wing influencers seem to think that the best way to honor Charlie's legacy and to support Erika and the family is to spend all of their time talking about the people criticizing and antagonizing Erika and Charlie's friends and family. Does that make a lot of sense to you? There are people who seem to think the best way to honor Erika and TPUSA and Charlie is to focus all of the attention all the time on the relatively few people who are criticizing and antagonizing Erika. The most famous, of course, being Candace, who I guess has a new series about Erika, but some other people too, some smaller accounts as well.
Yes.
This theory, this strategy seems to be a little bit misguided, wouldn't you say? Whether you love Candace, whether you hate Candace, whether you think Candace is sincere, whether you think she's insincere, whatever psychobabble analysis you have. Do you think it makes sense, if you want to support someone, do you think it makes sense to focus all of your attention all the time talking about someone antagonizing that person?
This is such a shit take.
It's a bad take.
It is a bad take. And like somehow chastising people like us, spending all of our time.
Well, I mean, he may not have even thought of us. Like he might.
Okay, but people like us. But people like us, literally, when Candace is, in fact, spending all of her time tearing down Charlie's legacy. That's what she's doing, essentially. So it is a terrible take. I mean, it's just awful. And listen, dare I ask? These two guys. Both of them are Catholic. I know people are going to get pissed off at me for saying this, but Catholics need to be calling her out rather than just kind of going along. They need to be calling her out because there are such great Catholics out there who I think they don't understand. Well, the good ones understand, but these guys don't understand that she has hijacked Catholicism. That's what she's doing. She and the Carrie Pajans and all of those people, they're hijacking it. The Catholics that are good Catholics need to start calling her out and saying, this is not okay. Because she's taking our religion and she's running with it. And she's taking other Catholics who are buying into this garbage.
I just feel like he's minimizing, I mean, the Catholicism aside, I feel like he is minimizing so much the power of Candace's influence. And that's the real reason that it requires, I think, more and more and more voices to step up. Because if there is no counter to her, and people continue to follow her by the millions and absorb what she's saying, and there is no counter message, then we're going to end up with more and more people just being like, yeah, she's right. She must be right. Because look at all the people that are following her. That many people can't be wrong. Well, there has to be a counter to that.
And it needs to be stated that she's not a Catholic and she's not a conservative. That needs to be like, people need to start saying that as much as humanly possible, because she's not. The people that she's attracting are freaking liberals who hate Trump, who hate this administration. Sure. They're leftists. They hate this administration and they want to see it destroyed. And she wants to see it destroyed for some whatever reason that is. And I'm assuming it's because she was never a conservative to begin with. Because
what would Michael do if people were attacking his wife in this way and all of her friends or all of his friends just didn't say anything? And it was, and I'm not talking about just rando losers on the internet. I'm talking about somebody as big as a Candace. Right. What if Tucker Carlson all of a sudden just started trash talking Michael's wife?
And calling his wife a pedophile.
Yes. Or saying that she used to be a guy or whatever the new case is with Candace. I mean, he wouldn't want like people who recognize right from wrong to speak out in her defense. He would just want everybody to shut up and be like, well, I mean, it's just Candace. Like, what's the big deal?
It's just
Tucker. I don't understand
your
this
analysis is psychobabble.
Right. I mean, it just, it's mystifying to me. And I was surprised. And I get that there is a very close relationship that he has with Candace. He is the godfather of at least one of her kids. And so I understand that there's a really tight relationship there.
I understand that, Mock, but listen, I know if you were doing this, I love you. You are up there with my family. You are my family. If you were doing whack, crazy stuff, I'd call your ass out.
Right.
Like,
and you would do it privately, which maybe we can assume that he has done that privately with Candace. I don't know. But that's the step. Those are the steps, right? You go to your friend and you say, listen, I feel like you are being so evil right now.
Right.
And it is like hurting my heart. And I'm afraid that if you keep it up, since we're both public figures, I'm going to reach a point where I'm going to have to say to my audience who is expecting me to address this, that I disagree with it and I disavow it. And I just need you to know personally, because we are friends, that is the road you are leading me down. So when I do say something to the public about it, I want you to know that we've obviously had this conversation. You need to know where I stand. I would never do that without having this conversation with you privately first. Why is that hard?
Yeah,
why could he not say that?
Unless he doesn't disagree with her.
Well, he sort of said that he did, kind of, but like it's so tepid. You know what I mean? It's such a, it's just so tepid.
I don't know, Mom.
So here's an account named Ant on Twitter who said Knowles is the godfather to one of Candace's kids. That should tell you how close they are. And that his mental gymnastics in trying to come across as somewhat neutral here are just laughable. Candace has a huge audience. Stupid people, and there are plenty, are drawn to low IQ content, and she is the master at producing it.
She is.
Unfortunately, it is not harmless. And in fact, it may even be putting Erika Kirk's life at risk. There is absolutely zero logic in trying to defend or excuse what she's doing. I completely agree.
I mean, listen, I'm a godmother to several people, but if their parents were acting like crazy people, I would be like, I'm going to call them out. I mean, I love you, but this is just like all the things you said. There's a time and a place. Like, if you love people, you are honest with them.
And it becomes important to speak out publicly when you're dealing with somebody who has made this such a public spectacle. Like it's meaningless when it's just like your rando internet stranger. But when it's someone with this amount of influence and you're not gonna just say what's obviously right and wrong, and I don't understand that.
But I will go back to, unless he doesn't think it's actually wrong.
Right.
And this is what I'm wondering about him and the Matt Walshes. Maybe they don't think that what she's doing is wrong. Maybe they actually are in her corner.
Yeah. I need to address this Tracy person who says, Mock screams, don't tell me what to do all the time. And now what are you doing? You're telling Michael Knowles what to do. I most certainly am not. I'm giving my opinion about what he said. So don't misunderstand. I'm not calling up Michael Knowles and saying, do this the way that I want you to do it. I'm saying, here is how I feel about his
take was shitty, is what we think.
He can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants. And then we have an opinion about it because that's what we do on the show. Right. Hi, welcome.
Right. Cannot believe this. I'm not telling Michael what to do. Good Lord. All right. Also, if you don't believe, because apparently some people don't, there's this guy named David Marcus, I think, who works, I think he's Fox affiliated in some way, I believe. In any case, he is posting that he will never name Candace. Like he just refers to her without naming her because he believes that this is a purely online phenomenon and that people in the real world don't actually believe that Erika Kirk had anything to do with Charlie's death as a result of Candace's claims. And that is 100% wrong, as Eric Erickson points out here. He said, a dental hygienist I know here in Macon, Georgia, believes Erika Kirk might have had something to do with her husband's death because she listens to Candace Owens. That is real life.
Yeah, I agree with Eric. I agree.
It's not just an anecdote, okay?
It isn't. It's right. It's totally macabre, you guys. It absolutely is. It's everywhere. It's like the tentacles are kind of everywhere. He's right. I agree with Eric. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also think it's a generational thing. I think like the younger generations, younger than us, like millennials and whatnot, they tend to really get into this conspiracy theory stuff, even more so than us.
Oh, I mean, the true crime aspect of it.
Absolutely.
And the fact that Candace Owens is probably like one of the most brilliant storytellers out there, even though it's all nonsense.
Yeah.
She's very effective at it. And so you mix all of that together in one little recipe and it's a recipe of it's a disaster.
And it is a moneymaker.
Oh, is it ever? Is it ever? She had, I think this morning when I first looked at the stats, there was like 2.5 million people who had watched it in 10 hours.
My God.
10 hours is all it took to get that number.
Listen, she is making bank.
Mm-hmm. I loved this quote that is allegedly from Einstein. Ryan Saavedra posted this, saying, the world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so powerful.
Yeah. Agree.
That's why we say what we say. So we mentioned Cinema Shogun earlier, and I wanted to just show a few screenshots of what it looks like when you follow his account to get the skinny on what Candace said during her ridiculous diatribes. So if you could read through these, this is a play-by-play. If you didn't watch Candace, and God bless you if you didn't, here is what happened during her Erika Exposé episode 1.
Starts questioning Erika's mother's faith, says she's been married 4 times, talks about Erika's mother's past relationships, talks about Erika's dad being a stay-at-home dad for a couple years, says she's been speaking with Erika's classmates and boyfriends from when she was a kid, shows yearbook photos, shows pics of Erika's stepdad, brings up Brigitte Macron, says she gets frustrated when trying to examine Erika's life, says doctors were selling brains at the hospital Erika was born at. Okay. Rants about Erika's birth date for 10 minutes. Spends another 15 minutes saying she believes Erika's mother married on a different day than what was documented.
Oh my God. So that's the first part. Here's a little bit more of that.
Says Erika comes from a long line of Swedish Freemasons while showing pics of Erika's grandfather. Says she received a flurry of emails about this. Says that someone who Erika calls a cousin is really Erika's father's sister's husband's previous wife's daughter's daughter. That's actually true. I saw that clip.
I have that clip.
That was a spectacle.
Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way that this is real.
What the F is happening, right? Brings up a homemade Erika Kirk family tree. Rants about Erika's family for 10 minutes and admits it was all speculation. Puts a call out for other YouTubers to investigate everything she speculated about. Says people freaked out when she talked about time travel. Oh my God. Brings up Project Looking Glass. Brags about how she's been looking into Erika Kirk's childhood. Literally starts going off about the daycare Erika went to.
Oh my God. That's also true. We have that as well.
Yeah. Shows pic of her in daycare, accuses her of throwing up Freemason signs as a toddler.
You cannot make it up, you guys.
I can't. Shows Erika's elementary school yearbook photos. Says some people who went to elementary school with Erika were arrested for fraud as adults. Oh my God. Oh my God. Questions if they have the looking glass. Denies accusing Erika of killing Charlie. Rants about the reaction of her Erika Kirk series. And show fuming over me pointing out who her team is while angrily singing and bouncing around.
Yeah, because he's been busy showing and saying, hey, here's the Instagram account of so-and-so who does her makeup, or here's her producer.
You know what?
And, he's calling out
I'm
everybody.
all for it. I'm all for it. I'm totally for it. Listen, she's all about doxing people. We should dox her whole effing team. Her whole team should be doxed, all of them.
She's so mad
and
about
you know
that.
what? I want somebody to do a 50-cent documentary on Candace. Somebody needs to do that. I'm not going to do it because I don't really give a shit enough to take my time to do that. But somebody needs, and I'm waiting for somebody to do that because her past seems kind of sketch.
It's pretty sketch. It is pretty sketch.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, you read through this and you're like, there's no way that this is what a show of hers is like. I did see a lot of commentary from folks who were disappointed because she releases this amazingly slick trailer that's looking like it's going to be this highly produced thing. And it turns out to just be a regular show that just happens to all be about Erika, but it's not any different than her regular show.
It's kind of like when you see a movie trailer and you're like, this is going to be awesome.
Right.
And then you walk into Vanilla Sky and you're like, I'm walking out. This is not the movie I thought it was going to be. This sucks, man.
So we just have a couple of very, very quick clips to share so that you believe what this actually says. And I just want, here's the big question for the people who actually lap this up and think it's real. After you have gotten now through this first episode of the big expose, how much closer are you to knowing who really killed Charlie Kirk?
Listen,
and actually, if you think about the entire 5 months worth of harassment that Erika and her family and TPUSA have faced, how much closer, with all the bees and the planes and all of the theories, how much closer have they gotten to any actual real idea that leads to Charlie's the case being solved?
I'm still wondering about the Egyptian planes.
Because all of it is nonsense. It's all breadcrumbs to tempt you into watching the next show. Nothing has gotten any closer to cracking the big case. Because the guy that killed Charlie is sitting in prison right now.
Totally. That's the thing it's so absurd. And people buy this shit. It's
I just can't believe it.
It's like the 2026 version of the 80s National Enquirer. You know,
yes.
Where all these people are like, oh my God, it's so great. Did you see it? Did you see? People are so gullible for this shit.
Oh my God. It's incredible. So the daycare, like imagine there are probably parts of this expose, like where she talks about the great grandfather and like the nicknames used and all this crazy stuff that Erika it's probably news to Erika. Like there's no way I would know about my great grandfather getting a speeding ticket in whatever. I mean,
I wouldn't either.
This is the level of the expose.
I know, right?
So the daycare, you guys, I just like some of it is so laughable that you just can't do anything but
true timeline. Erika was in Cincinnati, Ohio for daycare in 1992. She attended a place called Walnut Corner Children's Center in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Can you imagine?
Located inside of a massive corporate building.
Oh my
Oddly,
God.
the filing for that daycare doesn't have a floor number, but I can show you this photo of her at daycare. LOL, by the way, to her being dressed as a little bee and accidentally throwing up some Freemason hand signs. That's just
my God. She's like 3 and she's like, Freemason. I'm a Freemason.
And she's dressed like a bee.
She's a Jew bee. She's a Jew bee. You cannot make this up. I cannot.
But they're like some of the really true cult members were like, this was the most explosive episode. And again, I just want to know how. Like, how has it gotten you any closer to knowing anything? Like, okay, so now you know that her great grandfather got a speeding ticket.
Oh my God.
This is real also, you guys. This is real.
Out this article from 1935.
Oh,
and it tells us that he was overtaken in his automobile after a chase of several miles after he had failed to obey the officer's order to stop. Yes, Mason Abbas was arrested yesterday by County Detective Frank Krebs.
Wow.
Before an alderman, he was held for court in default of a $1,000 bond on a charge of conducting a lottery.
Anyway, she reads this whole thing, and it's so nothing. Like literally, this has nothing to do with anything.
Like I just think about the crap they could look into, like the speeding tickets in my past. I mean, just saying, I have them. You guys, this is absurd. It's just
so crazy.
And also, side note, her shoulder pads, they are an assault on my eyes. You guys, that shouldn't even be allowed in 2026. Where does she
That's probably
get
like
that?
a $2,500 blouse.
But that's the thing. Who is designing that? That person needs to be investigated. The person who designed that ugly ass shirt. Good Lord.
Oh, I love it so much. Okay, so last clip. Actually, second to last clip, sorry. But this is the one. Remember how you just read from Cinema Shogun the whole thing about like it was her mother's brother's stepdaughter, whatever. Like there was a billion degrees of separation.
Cousin,
She's mystified that this woman, and I don't even remember her name, you'll hear it, but like some woman that Erika refers to as a cousin, it used to be a roommate. I mean, somebody that she's close to. Candace is very upset that she would refer to that girl as a cousin.
Okay.
And that is obviously extraordinarily suspicious, you guys.
Her one-time roommate, Nicole Rothstein, allege that half of their family, referring to her and Erika's family, is Jewish. Of course. Also, how did Erika and Nicole Rothstein get so close? Remember, Erika presents that she was raised by a single mother on the Lebanese side. If Erika is telling the truth about her paternity, then Nicole Rothstein, I want you to understand who this would be to her. Nicole Rothstein, it's going to sound ridiculous, but this is the reality.
It is
Erika's telling
ridiculous.
the truth. Nicole Rothstein would be Erika's father's sister's husband's previous wife's daughter's daughter. In other words, zero blood relation, not even kind of related, kind of crazy. You would even call each other cousins.
Is it crazy? Is it crazy? Listen, my daughter could call you Aunt Mary. Okay. Right. And like my other best friend from college calls her Aunt Carolyn. Like that's what people do when they love other people and they have them as part of their family when they're not blood family. This is what people do. Normal people. Sorry you never experienced normalcy, Candace.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
It's just so ridiculous at this point that's the thing, is that the people that follow it and think that she's really onto something never stop to question what she's actually onto. Like they're not saying, okay, but like, how does this have anything to do with Charlie and who killed him?
Right.
They're not asking the very basic question. Mm-hmm. And then the worst part, of course, as we've always said, is that this isn't just, I mean, it is amusing. All of this stuff is amusing because it's so ridiculous, but it's also evil. And what's truly evil and what truly goes to your point about Candace not really being a Christian, even though she likes to tout that she is one, there is no one who would call this behavior Christian-like. She is mocking anyone who thought to pray for Erika and her children as a result of this ridiculous expose.
No, they're like, pray for Erika. Someone's looking into her background. Pray. Oh, she will need your prayers. Her children need your prayers. They were doing that. Pray for her children. Why? Because she's at the office the whole time? Like, what was that? What was that freak out panic? When have we ever done anything to the children at all? Ever said anything? Of course, we want the children to be great. You should not be praying for the children because an investigative series is coming out about their mother who has chosen to be the CEO in her husband's stead. That's a decision that was made.
God.
Okay.
So
I raged at this.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just sick.
It is disgusting. And when I call her demonic, I'm not getting paid to do that. Nobody told me to do it. It's because she is. That is demonic. That is unchristian. No, I'm not going to move on, Lori, because that is demonic and people need to understand that. That is so uncool, you guys. For her to say it's not okay to pray for those children, I'll pray anytime I want to pray. You sick F.
And imagine somebody criticizing people for praying.
Right.
Like,
imagine a
crazy.
Catholic doing it.
Exactly the point. All right, so just some fun things because you know that there's an account that continues to rack up all the instances of words that she simply cannot say. We have 2 more examples. I can't believe it. Like every day there's new examples and they are so freaking funny. So today we learn that she cannot say the word hyperbolic. That word is pronounced differently in Candace's world.
Created this hyperbolic idea.
Obviously, They are extremely hyperbolic. Or I'm probably being a little hyperbolic. So hyperbolic, and I'm not saying that in a hyperbolic way, a little hyperbolic or loose figurative or hyperbolic language. You were just being hyperbolic and rather hyperbolic and non-actionable. I'm being hyperbolic here, but I'm being facetious a little bit, hyperbolic. You're going to be hyperbolic. And
How are you gonna like know where he goes and shit?
I'm being hyperbolic. Really hyperbolic.
So hyperbolic.
How is she in the position that she's in? There's so many. It's just it
Because of
baffles.
the stupid. Because of all the
Baffles
stupid.
so many dumb people are giving her money.
There's also another word, and it is rhetoric. And that's how you say it, rhetoric. It has 3 whole syllables, rhetoric, but not to Candace.
We started hearing all of this rhetoric drummed up. It became white versus black all over again.
And they didn't like that rhetoric. They didn't like the idea of a liberal or a progressive plantation. And they killed me, and a guy wrote a whole article about it saying that this rhetoric is racist. In the highest point of ridiculousness, they accused me and my rhetoric of inspiring a mosque shooting in New Zealand. People are getting tired of this rhetoric. We are tired of rhetoric. And the numbers show that
It never ends. Anyway,
so dumb.
That concludes our Candace segment today. You guys don't have to have tantrums about the fact that we cover this. You can just leave.
Yeah.
And know that we're going to continue to cover it whenever we want.
Right.
And it's not always going to consume every hour. It's certainly not ever going to consume every minute of every show. It's always a piece of our show.
And this is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. We don't care.
Just go. It's fine. Like I said yesterday, I don't care if we lose 3/4 of our audience if it includes people that like Candace. I don't want you. So FYI. All right, let's get to some good stuff. The reason for my name today. I said yesterday, I cannot get enough of the hockey story. Cannot get enough. And last night, Jack Hughes was back with his home team, the New Jersey Devils. They were playing against the Buffalo Sabres, I think it is. And interestingly, one of the USA team, Olympic team members was on the opposing team, was on the Sabres. And so they did a big tribute, the New Jersey Devils did, to Jack Hughes. And because he is who he is, he brought out his opponent, who was his USA teammate, to share in the glory. And he's just so dear.
Exactly how I feel. Like all the moms, like whether you have an athlete or not, you just look at him and you beam with such pride because you're like, he's such a good boy. Like they did such a good job. And he's just such a wonderful example of an American boy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
my
love
mom
him.
wrote me the other day and she was just like, I see so much of Jackson in him. And I was like, that's a huge compliment to Jackson.
Yeah.
But it's the hair, it's the mannerisms, it's just the boyishness of that. I mean, I just love them. So that guy that he brought out from the opposing team, Tage Thompson is his name. And they asked Tage what that moment felt like for him.
I wasn't expecting that. Very special. He's a class act. Cares about his teammates, cares about his country, his team, and obviously he scores the overtime winner, and that's supposed to be a moment for just him, and for him to include me in that was really special, and I definitely appreciated that.
He's adorable too.
I know.
I mean, they're just good boys. Hockey. God, I love hockey.
So great. Okay, this is unbelievable. I guess there were a group of skiers, friends that were skiing at Tahoe. And one guy, his name is Carson Schmidt. He posted this on his Instagram page. I don't know if he was like wearing like a body cam or like a helmet cam or whatever it was that he was wearing. I think this is appropriate for you to celebrate this.
Yeah, I'm celebrating it, you guys.
But as he was skiing, he noticed that there was just like a tip of a ski sticking out of the snow.
Oh, God.
And he and his friends, you can see them sort of converge on this. They rescued a guy who was about to suffocate, You guys, this is the most extraordinary thing. As Colin Rugg grabbed the video from Carson Schmidt, 2 skiers saved the life of a man who was suffocating under the snow after getting stuck at the Palisades Tahoe Resort. The skiers were seen stopping in the powder before noticing a ski sticking out. And as Carson said, quote, "For whatever reason, we stopped and happened to just see tips of the skis in the whiteout. And luckily we did. Just want it to be a reminder to ski safe, ski with a buddy. Doesn't have to be an avalanche or a tree well to get buried when it's that deep."
Yeah.
This is incredible to watch.
That. Oh, God.
That's deep. Dude, I just fucking sank.
Can you believe that?
That was God. That was all God. That was. I mean, if you're not a believer, you should believe after seeing that, because that is amazing. Oh,
way to go, Carson.
You guys,
That
this
was
is
incredible.
We were talking before the show started, like in pre-show. I am petrified of skiing. I will never ski. Will never ski. And it's because of stuff like that. And I also had a high school friend that died, like hit a tree. And he was amazing, this boy. Like, I will never go skiing. Sorry if you ski, but I won't do it.
Have you ever? Like, did you ever?
Nope. I will never, ever ski.
Let me tell you about the one time I did. Because it was, and you leave it to me for the one time that I tried downhill skiing to be in Montana, where it's like, you have a bunny hill that you think, okay, like I can do this, right? And I got okay with the bunny hill. I didn't love it. But I ended up, you take the ski lift, you get to this top of the next level that's supposed to be just beginner level from the bunny hill.
Right.
I'm at the top. I'm looking down what seems to be straight down to me. And I was so terrified. I was like, I'm not going. I can't go. And the family member that I was with at the time was like, just get your skis in between mine and I will guide you down. I have never been more scared in my entire life. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. Ever.
Thank you, but no. I'll water ski. We'll never snow ski. Sorry.
And
but
plus
no.
it's cold.
It's cold and it's just not it's just not my thing. I'm sure there are some people who love it. I just won't do it. I'm not going to ever do it.
Nope. All right. I know everybody in our audience probably has been following to some degree, whether religiously or not, the Punch monkey story. This monkey has captured the hearts of the entire world. And this woman has something to say to the fellow monkeys.
This message is for the other monkeys in the enclosure trying to play my nephew, Cedric Lamar Jones, also known as Punch. You all need to stand down. Do you hear me? Because he's not the 1 or 2. Because you see, I know a photo op when I see one. Gladys is an opportunist and only faked hug my nephew for the cameras. You can already see that Henry's not with it. He's not fake. He don't like the boy for real. And that's cool. But you won't be putting your hands on him. Now, I've already been on the phone, and if I have to take a trip to come pick up Quantavious P. Smith, I absolutely will. And you all better not put your hands on his toy. That belongs to him.
Yeah.
And I want to make this clear to everyone in that enclosure. Just because Devontae Pernell Turner is in there with you all, he is not one of you all. I know he's bringing a lot of attention with his stuffed animal Reginald, but it is not for you. Okay, we don't do the fakeness. All right, you wasn't messing with him then. We don't need you now that he's up. Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. All right. My daughter is invested in this. So invested.
Same. I want that monkey so bad.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love that monkey.
Sweet.
He's just so precious. Okay, question. I don't even know what would possess somebody to do this, but apparently there are people who, when they take 2 slices of bread out of, the bread bag to make a sandwich.
Right.
You know how bread is shaped. Like it's got like sort of the hump at the top and then it's straight across at the bottom, right? Like everybody knows this.
Everybody knows
Would you ever make a sandwich where they're not facing the same way?
No, I'm completely OCD. I'm a symmetry girl. I would never like that.
I'm not even OCD, but that's psychotic.
I feel like the universe, like the earth would fall off its axis. Things would just go awry. Like the world would run amok.
You don't do that.
No, you don't do it. You have to match the bread.
And you don't even need to be even remotely OCD to understand that you match the bread.
Of course.
And so apparently not everybody does that. I was yesterday years old when I learned this, but here is a video about that very phenomenon.
No.
Out. Boom. Top. You made my shit like that.
No.
What?
Oh my God. That
That's
person's a
freaking
serial killer.
You damn right that's freaking me out.
Yeah.
Why is my bread in a 69? When you make a sandwich, you take 2 pieces of bread out, you open them up like a book, you put what you want on the sandwich, and then you close them like a book. Sandwiches are supposed to have some level of symmetry.
Right. Yes.
What are you doing, and why don't you love me? This is grounds to get out of my house. This relationship is over.
Get out.
That's right. That's unbelievably unacceptable.
I feel like that person has problems. They may be a serial killer. Check in
Yeah,
with the background.
That's
Candace
not
needs
okay.
to get on this. Actually, Candace probably makes she doesn't make her own sandwiches. She has help. What was I thinking?
There's no way that she makes sandwiches.
No, she doesn't do anything for herself. No.
So I love the 69 comment too. That just cracked me up.
Of course you do.
Oh my God. So speaking of snow and very, very tall, powdery snow, here is what one dog experienced.
Oh! Oh God, I was wondering if he was okay. He's like, this is bull crap.
He just dove right in. I just love that so much.
Oh my God.
And then I know we've shown this adorable little greyhound before. This is the one that gets dressed by his owner in the most ridiculous outfits ever that are just so, so funny. And here he is with a message about not treating your dogs like they're human.
He needs to hear this, but a dog is a dog. Okay, it's not a toy. It's not a plaything. Okay, it's a dog. So treat it like a dog, please. I don't want to hear, I don't want to see on my social media, dogs being, treated like objects or these cute, cuddly things. Like it's a dog. It should be outside. It should be outside, fending for itself, living in the wild with wolves. Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh my God.
Oh, him? He's not a dog.
He would probably do well.
That's his son.
He would do okay. He would do okay in the wild, don't you think? He'd be okay.
As long as he had his raincoat.
Right. All the other dogs are like, gay. I mean.
Oh my God. Okay, so we've got some thank yous, and we also, as we have been doing, we have been reading out some of the lovely reviews that people have been putting on the Apple Podcast platform. We would love for you to do that if you haven't already. Leave us a comment, a 5-star review. It does help us a great deal when you do that. And I'm going to let you read this one. It's kind of long, but it's the nicest review
really
ever.
Oh, good. It's a nice one. Yay. I love the
And that's
nice
why we're
ones.
just going to have the one today, because this one is like completely amazing.
Okay. Smart, hilarious, and dangerously addictive. I listen to the Chicks on the Right podcast every weekday from Australia. Yet somehow Mock and Daisy make it feel less like I'm tuning in from the other side of the world and more like I'm sitting across the table from them with a coffee, having a warm, familiar catch up with friends. Oh God. What keeps me coming back is the perfect mix of substance and humor. They cover an incredible range of topics, and the research is truly impeccable. You can trust that they've done the work. At the same time, they never lose that light human touch. Daisy's sarcasm is razor sharp in the best way and never gets old. And Mock's infectious laugh genuinely brightens my day every time I hear it. Every single time I hear it.
Nice.
Sorry, I can't read. Obviously, you're not here for my eyesight. Sorry. Every episode somehow flies by, even though they clock in at around 90 minutes, which should be plenty, but apparently not when Mock and Daisy are on a roll.
Like today.
Like today. We're a little bit past that. I always end up wishing it would keep going because I could happily listen to them all day, whether they're tackling something genuinely serious, completely absurd, and let's be honest, the world provides no shortage of material there, or anything in between. They have a knack for delivering thoughtful insight with real warmth, razor sharp wit, and laugh out loud moments that never feel forced. If you want smart commentary, real chemistry, and a show that will both inform you and brighten your day, this is an absolute must listen. I love you.
Isn't that That is the sweetest thing you ever said.
I mean, just so sweet. Thank you so much.
I know. Thank you.
And you're in Australia, so you're hot. Totally.
Arnar.
Rise up life.
There's my Australian accent.
There we go.
Oh my
There
gosh.
it is.
All right. We also need to thank Deanna Hale, who said 45 years old and lost my filter already. Dad jokes were lit. Shaka Khan had me laughing. God bless you, chicks, and God bless America, and pray for us Californians. Drowning in hair gel. Melissa Denton said, thanks, Milo. That $7K will help AJ buy a couple tech suits for
That's
G.
right. They cost a lot of money. You're so right. It's true.
Kelly Wiseman said, oh my God, about the whole Erika thing. If Candace did an expose on me, my great-grandfather was the town drunk. Does that make me an alcoholic? Tell me.
Thing.
I need to know. Love you, my Nillas.
God, if you judged me based on my family, on my extended family, I would be effed.
Well, worse, what if you get judged by the kids that you were in daycare with who later committed fraud?
Right?
In the world.
God.
Oh my God. Gwen Niedermeyer said, Candace is evil, and I want you to know I appreciate your calling her out. I appreciate how true to yourselves you are, and I also love Team USA. Thank you, Gwen.
Team USA. Go.
And Gwen also said, my son is currently on a snowmobile trip out west. One of his buddies got sucked into an avalanche. They had to dig him out, and then it took 2 hours to dig the machine out.
Oh my God.
So scary. He cannot get home soon enough.
Oh my God. I would be completely freaked out.
I would be losing my mind. Over on locals, let's see. Kelly Brumblin said, maybe I'll pray for Erika's children because their father.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't even matter the reason. Praying should not ever be criticized.
Mocked or criticized ever, especially if you're a Christian.
Yeah.
What is that?
Becca T in South Carolina said, let's replace the woke NFL with the NHL to be America's sport. So much more American pride and unity.
So
no
much.
doubt.
And no Bad Bunny halftime shows.
Yes. All right.
None
Now
of
you.
Marcy Perales, happy Friday Eve, Mock and Daisy. It is Friday Eve. David may come home today. Thanks everyone for your prayers and support. Much love as always. Thank you, Marcy. Supernova. Spanberger looks like the heat snow miser. Yes.
So gray.
So gray. Marcy Perales, please go hit the like and subscribe buttons before you leave. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Much love, y'all. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you for reminding people.
And for reminding us to remind people. Our team gets on us about that all the time. Supernova, zero gravity has not been good to Mark Kelly's head.
Real quick, thank you, Supernova, because seeing your name reminds me that I got an email from somebody who would like to contact you. So if you could send me an email at chicksontherightrule@gmail.com, and I will give you that person's contact. I'll connect the two of you. So thank you for the super sticker to remind me that you are out there and that I needed to tell you that.
Yes. James Andrew 2606. Good evening from the land down under, Australia. Make America and Australia great again. I love it. Look at all.
Are you the commenter? I don't actually know.
I don't know if it's another one. That's fantastic. I think this is great. Robin Dye, a friend called President Trump, character in chief. Love it. He is a character. Characters are fun. They are. And he gets crap done. He does.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Brumley, if you choose to govern, participation is mandatory. You chose to run, you show up, no excuses.
Yep.
You represent all of your constituents, even the ones who voted for the other side. Grow up. Yeah, it is really disgusting that 75 of those yahoos didn't even go.
Mm-hmm.
Jerks. Ed Ferguson, 6069. Every time President Trump gives a speech, it is a masterclass in manipulation. He is always able to get the Democrats to show who they really are. It's
totally.
True. He's so good at it. And the long pauses, everything. He's just a master.
So good.
Bo Mama 8. I saw anger disgust when in that beautiful way he called them out. He gave them every opportunity to show any kind of unity. And all they did was sit there like the lumps on a log that they are. Still amazing State of the Union. Yep, totally. Karen Pyra, 5200. Theater club freak. Laugh so loud. Love you, ladies. Can't start my day without you. Thank you, Karen.
You did have some really good singers today.
I don't try. I'm probably mean. Pam Parlow, don't give Fetterman too much credit. In the same interview, he avoided answering the question if he stood for putting American citizens first. Sheep. I don't give him too much credit, but I mean,
really, he didn't stand for that. That just
I feel like he did. Did he not? Did he not stand for that?
Maybe not.
And I don't give him all the credit, but I do feel like he just teeters more and more towards our side.
He's just normal. He's normal and common sense about things instead of like an ideologue.
Totally. Karen Elliott 2903. The left must think that saying stolen land and built on slavery is an action. It's not. Take your stupid guilt and ride the struggle bus. GTFO. Yes, Karen. Shelley Bolton, we need to flood the offices of Thune and all the rest of them with calls and letters demanding that they pass the SAVE Act now.
Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
D. Burns 3701. As a single mom, I raised 2 young men. My Marine son is 26 today. Happy birthday, Wyatt. Semper Fi.
Happy birthday.
If Gwen was a boy, we would have named her Wyatt. That would have been her name. I love that name, D. Simone Heyman. There are conservatives here in Oregon. We are not all lunatics. We love our state and have a great J6 candidate for governor. We want our state back. God, I hope you get it back because there are a lot of lunatics. I know there are some of you out there that are normal. Mel's Faves 1. Has anyone checked on Biden? Just curious. Has he outlived his usefulness to those who say they cared about him? We haven't heard anything about him. And remember, he had cancer.
Yeah.
So we haven't heard a thing about him. It is kind of weird. G White 053. Saw Vance speak yesterday. We have a great bench, right?
Indeed.
We really do. Team Medium Publishing regarding the midterms in 2028. Republicans need to stop snatching feet from the jaws of victory. Mm-hmm. Mona B. Gavin is trying to talk like Obama. Obama always paused inexplicably and talked down to everyone just like Gavin did in that interview. Yeah, because he's an elitist scumbag. Team Medium Publishing, that was supposed to say defeat, not feet.
We got you.
We got it. Supernova. Daisy, have you figured out who is peeing in front of your house? Bigfoot, Yoda, Smokey the Bear, possibly Piss Fingers?
I hope it's Piss Fingers.
You know what? It's funny because in the past 2 days, it hasn't been there. But like a day after it was. So I don't know. We haven't put a camera out there either, which we need to do. But I suspect it's like some sort of a wild animal. I just don't know what it is. So
does it look like a lot of pee, like a big size animal? Oh no,
because sometimes, like toads will pee a little bit and it's just like a tiny bit, but this is it's more than a toad and less than say like Bigfoot. So
like an armadillo?
Could be an armadillo, could be a raccoon or something like that. I don't know. It's like a smaller animal is what I'm thinking it is. So interesting. And it just wants us to know that it's there.
Clear.
Yeah. Supernova. From henceforth and forthwith, I call her Yeast Beast. Are we talking about Candace?
Probably, because she's the one that was like, I had yeast infections from my apartment.
Mm-hmm. Shelley Fan Forever. We need to keep our eyes on Governor Spanberger in Virginia and Rahm Emanuel for 2028 runs. They're not even being discussed and are very much in it. I'm eGrab4 on Rumble using my daughter's YouTube. Love you, jerks. That Spanberger is somebody to watch. You're right.
But I mean, she's already tanking the state. So I would think that, I don't know, man, that would be.
Yeah, but I mean,
whatever. Let her run.
Right. This is the thing. I mean, Gavin has tanked California. They don't care about that. They just care about who they are. Gene Winnick. I watched Glenn Beck last night and appreciate his measured and wise take on Candace without naming her. Worth a listen. I wish he would name her though. It'd be nice
to check that out.
I'm gonna have to check it out too. Simone Heyman. As a conservative Jew, the Sneako and Candace types are endangering my actual life. I fear for my safety here in the U.S. for the first time ever. Yeah, you should. And they are.
By the way, speaking of which, our interview this weekend that's coming out is with Shabbos Kestenbaum. It's so good. You guys have to watch it. It is so good. We talked about Carrie Prejean Bowler. We talked about the Tucker and Mike Huckabee interview. He's fantastic.
If you don't remember who he is, he was on that panel with Carrie Prejean. He was on, so definitely check that out. Supernova, if they sue her now, she gets access to the discovery evidence. She wants that. It would destroy the trial completely. No-win situation right now. Okay, that's a great point, but I still hate it. I hate it all. Carly Collette 7165, Cradle Catholic here. If Candy was going to confession regularly and guidance from her priest, none of this would be happening. It just shows that she's no Catholic. New viewer, love you ladies. Thank you, Carly. And yes, I just wish more Catholics would call her out. because we love Catholics. I just don't like the people who are pretending to be Catholic and using it and hijacking it.
Are fake AF.
Right. Quagmire Cats. Michael Knowles said on his show one day that he is the godfather to Candace's kids. Explains a lot. It does, but we talked about that, and it still doesn't excuse. If you love somebody, you're going to call them out. Angela SC89. I wonder how many of Candace's followers are bots. Well, I know a lot of them are liberals.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, the numbers are so high that it doesn't even matter if some of them are bots. 200,000 could be bots, and she's still getting 1.89 million views. You know what I mean?
Roland Bronk. I had to up my dose of Lexapro after hearing that crazy bitch rattle on.
Sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. Kinko Yoki 234. Rhetoric. Like Red Tor Rick, another one.
Yes, exactly like that.
Yeah. Brian Brumley. PSA, COTR rule number 1, don't tell them what to do.
Exactly.
It is rule number 1. I mean, if we need to break the raccoon out, we'll do it.
Don't make me.
Don't make her do it. Tim Griffey, keep up the good work, ladies. This is in honor of my 84-year-old mother, who my family lost a couple of weeks ago to dementia. Also, Candace Owens is a demon, and her being a demon while sitting in front of a crucifix is horrific and drives this Catholic crazy. I know. See? And this is the thing. I love people like you who are calling this out. Keep doing it. And I'm so sorry about your mama. I'm sorry. FFS Jenny O 7854. Hughes. Finally, something to like and be proud of here in the People's Republic garbage state. I owe him for that. Governor Mikey getting booed, also gold.
Yeah, Mikey Sherrill was not received well.
But Hughes is, and I love it. God, he's such a good kid. RLES 1017. 7 years ago, our beautiful, funny, and sweet daughter, Elena, went home to be with Jesus. She was blind from birth, so her faith truly became sight. We miss her every day and look forward to seeing her again. God bless you.
Sorry.
Teresa CTM, retired USN 03. I was going to comment about canned ass, but then you showed Jack Hughes that superseded her crap. God bless you, chicks. I'll pray for you, our country, and all the good things we need to bring us out of our malaise. Thank you, Teresa. Love that. Jose, Texas 15. Morning from Texas, y'all. The one and only time Mock went snow skiing, she didn't care for the kiddie slope. It was a bad bunny hill. Just take my snowflakes.
It was a bad bunny hill.
You just have a way with words, Jose. God, I love you. Jesus Freak of 2000. Thank you for that super sticker. And Jesus Freak of 2000. People that say people aren't believing Candace are wrong. I've talked to a few people that I'm shocked that believe her. By the way, I'm an elder millennial. That's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are buying into her bull crap.
It is not just an online phenomenon.
RLES 1017. Candace Owens said she hates Ben Shapiro on God's platform. What did Christ say about hate? That's right.
She's so awful.
Well, I mean, she wouldn't know because it's not like she reads the Bible. Let's not get ridiculous. Yeah, everybody, we're bringing it in. It is Friday Eve, you guys. We love Friday Eve. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.